Alright guys, let's have a quick look at the Australian dollar and the US dollar. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alright, crazy movement in the US dollar and the Australian dollar as well, obviously with all the markets. Let me have a look at, we'll just go to the daily chart here. So big, obviously big gap up. So basically massive upward movement when it comes to the dollar. Massive upward movement, and we've got this divergence here as well too. That's really powerful. So you get this divergence here, and you're getting a massive upward movement. You get that sort of action, and now you're getting this sort of action on the line chart as well too. This big spike here. And it's actually broken out of this line. If I actually bring that, where's that line coming from? If you bring this line here, you can see how we've actually closed above this line through here. And if I just draw that line, say from there to there, you can see it's actually broken above that line. So that's actually quite a bullish sign. And we're also getting this divergence here, guys. That's actually quite a strong bullish sign. I actually thought we'd likely continue, but maybe for the short term, we're likely to see a bit of upward movement as well too. And as you can see on the dollar here, if you look at this here, you can see, if I just bring up this here, you can see massive support still around that sort of. This is obviously looking at the UUP, by the way, the $24 mark. And obviously we've got this huge, we've got a pretty strong support and resistance where it is right now as well too. And then obviously we've got that big up level through there as well too. So we're definitely stuck between the range. We've got the big selling, lots of buying here as well too. But one thing is really interesting, guys, if you have a look at this overall, is it looks like it's actually holding here and creating a little higher trough, which is really interesting to see. See what I'm talking about here, and oh my goodness, I've just noticed this. I just noticed something here, guys. I am big, massive. I'm huge. I'm massive in believing about chart reading, okay? And I just noticed this here on the US dollar weekly chart, and I did not notice it before. Let's go back to basics here. In an upward trend, what do we have? We have higher peaks and higher troughs. In a downtrend, what do we have? Lower peaks and lower troughs. That's just a foundation. That's how the markets work. If you don't believe in that, then you don't really understand the markets. So this here is an uptrend. This here is the downtrend, right? Pretty simple stuff. Lower peaks, and basically what happens here is we actually have what actually happens here. We have we have a higher trough, a higher trough, a higher trough. In a downtrend, we have these lower peaks and lower peaks. Okay, so there is a thing called a trend reversal too. So let's have a look at this here. Over here where we are right now, if I bring up my eclipse again, you can actually see this market had a peak, a lower trough, a lower peak, a lower trough, a lower peak, a lower trough, a lower peak, a lower trough. What is this up here? This is different, right? What is this? It's a higher peak. What is this here now? This is a higher trough. So that to me, I did not see this. Now I was bearish on USD. I was bearish. And for the last couple of weeks, I'd say that this thing looks like it's going to go down. But looking at this chart here, we actually formed this higher peak here. This higher peak, now it's forming this overall higher trough, and it's holding that level. To me, guys, it looks like especially if we break above this level through here, which is that sort of where it is right now, this 24.75, especially if we break past that level, this whole level through here, if we break past that, then yeah, then we're likely to have a big rally in the US dollar, like a big rally. We break that, looks like we could have a big rally back up towards the 25, or maybe even back up towards this high up here, which is 26 in the UUP. But if it doesn't, if it fails and it breaks this level through here, then we're likely to start seeing some huge downward movement. So you can see, let me see if I can do this here. So I'm going to bring this here. I'm going to bring this on a line chart, and I'm going to, and I want to snap it. So I want to, so this lower peak, repeat. So we had that, and then we have this lower peak, and then we have this lower trough, and then we have this lower peak, and we have this lower trough, and we have this lower trough through here, and we have this lower peak. Trust me, guys, this is the foundation. This is something that's so powerful. And then we have this lower trough through here. Now we have this higher peak, and then now we're actually forming this overall major higher trough. Let me actually just see if I can delete that. So now I don't want that anymore. So that was that higher peak up there. If the Fibonacci levels, let's have a quick look at the Fibonacci levels. And the Fibonacci levels, the 60%, so that there was the 50 to 62% level where the market actually held quite nicely. That's actually a bullish sign, guys. That's the 50 to 62% holding there. US dollar looks strong. US dollar looks strong. Now, obviously, you know, we don't know what's going to happen in the future, but the reason I say that is because if it starts to break past this level, this top peak up here, that top peak up there is definitely that whole area from there to there. Oh, where is that? Definitely that whole 27 level through there. Maybe even a little bit higher, but we definitely do have a lot of resistance up through here. But I think this major one is that sort of 27, where it is right now. But it's actually, the buys looks like they're holding on. So for me, guys, I am more bullish now. I am more bullish. I've changed my view. Why have I changed my view? Because I'm looking at the charts. Look at this peaks and troughs movement. Trust me, guys, when you start to see this, and how smooth this pattern is, the market is speaking to you. The market speaks to you with peaks and troughs. It shows you what's going on. Just mark my words, bring up a line chart and start to use this. And when you start to get a nice smooth pattern like this, this is a bullish sign, guys. So that's obviously on the the US dollar. Now the Australian dollar. What do we see on the Australian dollar? Now let's actually cut to the Tracy on the Australian dollar. Let's actually bring this chart up here. I was saying last week, and it may even be forming into this. I said last week that we need to see some big upward movement in the Australian dollar, or either. And if we don't, then we're likely to see a bit of a bear flag formation. And as you can see, this here looks like it may be forming a bear flag. Now, yes, we're stair-stepping higher, so we're sort of like it's a rock and a hard place right now. So if I just draw this, I need to restart my computer. And if we see, this actually looks like it's a nice bear flag. But we're actually getting this high trough through here. So if we break this 72 level, this is really, really interesting where we are, because we break this 72 level. This 72 level here is definitely the line in the sand. If it breaks it and breaks the 72 level, we're gonna keep going down in the Australian dollar. We're just gonna keep going down. But if we hold here, and for some reason this is not a bear flag, and it rallies up, and we close above that level through there, which is that 70. Basically the 77 level, if we're going to close above there on this weekly chart, then we're likely to continue higher, and obviously we'll start to see, I think we'd start to see the US dollar heading down. But there we go, guys. That's what I see in the overall Australian dollar. That's what I see in the US dollar. You guys, obviously, I just spotted something as I was doing this recording, and I went through it as I normally go through my analysis, but off camera. And there you go. So the US dollar looks really, really strong, especially on that weekly chart there, guys. There's obviously this weekly chart down the bottom here, looking at the peaks and troughs. That's looking really, really, really strong. So overall, guys, I'm expecting to see us a lot more upward movement, or a lot more upward movement in the US dollar, and the Australian dollar is very iffy. It's starting to look really, really weak right now. The Australian dollar, I expect to see some downward movement, and the US dollar looks like we're going to get some good upward movement from now. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course, and I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.